All you can do is laugh. All you can do is laugh at this freaking franchise at this point. Welcome to Chicago Bears now. My name is Harrison Graham. Matt Eberflus just finished his interview on ESPN 1000 that he does every Monday morning after the Bears game on Sunday. And I say finish, more like cut short, because his phone disconnected at least 3 times during the interview. I mean, the Bears don't even have a fucking phone that works. They don't even have a phone. I mean, if that's not the perfect metaphor, the perfect just breakdown of where this team and franchise is right now, I don't know what is. I mean, what a total embarrassment to go on. First of all, he should not be allowed to do this Monday morning interview because he should have been fired, relieved of his duties last night. But if you're going to put him out there and let him do it, can we get him a motherfucking phone that works? I mean, Jesus. Excuse the cuss words this morning, but if you watch David Kaplan, who's fantastic, if you saw the video of it, I mean, he's just going berserk. And he would have loved to cuss too, but he's got FCC guidelines that he's got to follow. Man, what a disgrace that is for Matt Eberflus, for the Chicago Bears. We're going to talk about it all, and a couple things that were actually revealed here in just a second. But first, I want to remind you guys to subscribe to the channel. We're going to go live at some point today. Flus talks to the media at noon, so if he reveals anything major, we'll probably go live shortly after that. Otherwise, we'll probably wait till 3 or 4, depending on what comes out this afternoon. Hit that subscribe button, turn on notifications so you know exactly when we go live. Win, lose, draw, chaos, good news, bad news. We're going to cover it all because that's our promise to you. So go ahead and hit that subscribe button right now. All right, so there were a couple things, or really just one thing, that leaked through before the phone just cut in and out for 10 minutes, which, again, just what a total disgrace that is, if we're being completely honest. But let's talk about something that could be tangible. Flus was asked, are you considering an offensive coordinator change? And he essentially said that they're going through that process right now regarding through a potential demotion or firing of Shane Waldron. Now, if it was a straight-up firing, I think it would have been done already. So maybe they just hand play calling to someone else, but I kind of look at that as, what's the point of keeping him on staff? I mean, you already have a million coaches. I mean, you have an offense coordinator in Shane Waldron, a pass game coordinator in Thomas Brown, a run game coordinator in Chris Morgan, who's also the offensive line coach, and we know he sucks. You've got Kerry Joseph, the quarterbacks coach. Like, you don't need Waldron on the staff if you're going to demote him as the play caller, but that's my prediction on where this goes. Now, to me, that's even more of a half measure. Why should Matt Eberflus get the opportunity to make another OC change? He chose Luke Getsy, flop. Shane Waldron, outside of a nice little fake 3-game winning streak, total flop. And you're just going to give him another shot? I just do not get this franchise and their willingness to just let Matt Eberflus continue to make these calls, to continue to be allowed to make these decisions. He's terrible. He has to go. Now, clearly, that's not going to happen. I don't think they would have had him do that at ESPN 1000 interview this morning if firing him was even on the table at this point in time. They've never done it midseason. Doesn't look like they're going to do it now. Seems like they're going to scapegoat the offensive coordinator and go that route, but I just don't understand the dysfunction of this team. And by the way, Waldron's been awful. So I'm not sitting here acting like he should be employed, but that doesn't mean Matt Eberflus should. He chose Waldron, along with maybe Ryan Poles' counsel. And listen, the seat is going to heat up on Poles. It already is, because his blind loyalty to Matt Eberflus continues to not make sense. And him, Flus, Waldron, all having the same agent, Trace Armstrong, that thing feels like just a mess, that you're just creating problems when you don't need to. This whole thing, it's embarrassing to watch. And I just can't get over the phone cuts out 3 times. It's 2024. I tweeted out a joke. does Matt Eberflus use Boost Mobile? And if he's asked about the phone cutting out, he'll say, we just got to look internal. We got to look inward. What a disgrace. The phone doesn't work. Really? Wow. Just incredible. I have more thoughts coming up, but I do want to get a word in from our sponsor. That is Game Time. Shout out to Game Time for sponsoring this episode of Chicago Bears Now. If you want to go to a Bears game, tickets are dropping by the week. If you want to go check out the Bulls, the Blackhawks, comedy show, concert, etc., you can do so and should do so with Game Time, the ticketing sponsor of this app. And listen, their newest feature, Game Time Picks, makes going to see your favorite teams go play, your favorite performers go perform, much easier because it's going to filter out the fluff of thousands of tickets and kind of narrow your focus. So it'll give you different price points within the venue, and you can kind of find tickets within your budget much easier that way. It'll cut your search time down significantly, so I suggest you use that feature. And whether you're going to a sporting event, a concert, a comedy show, or anything else, Game Time has you covered with views from the seats, last-minute tickets for the lowest prices guaranteed, super deals, which sometimes you get little discounts in deals if you're on the app at the last time. And, when you get closer to the event, a lot of the time these tickets drop because they're trying to fill those seats. A little tidbit there. If you want to kind of wait until closer to kickoff or concert time, etc., you might get a little price reduction there as well. Check out Game Time today. Download the app, create an account, use promo code ChatSports to get $20 off your first purchase only. Terms apply. That's promo code ChatSports for $20 off. Terms apply there. What time is it? It's game time. All right. So where does this go from here? Well, I mentioned Flus is going to talk to the media at 12. Courtney Cronin, who's got a pretty good pulse on this, doesn't think he'll announce a change in that exact time. Let me pull up this tweet because my phone actually works here and see exactly what she said. She tweeted, "How long will the process for Matt Eberflus or process take for Flus to determine whether he's going to change his play caller?" Flus's answer was, "Well, it's a thorough process. You have to look at the whole body of work, make sure we're doing right things for the football team moving forward." She went out to say she thinks the Bears are going to choose to let this drag out over 24 to 48 hours. Hey, what else do you need to see? First of all, again, this is just more proof that Flus is not the right leader for this team. If he was a real head coach, he would recognize, this guy cannot be my play caller anymore. We are ruining this rookie quarterback. He's got to go, which is why he should ultimately get fired. But if they're not going to do that, Matt, you got to do this immediately. You got to change play callers and start installing new plans and ideas today. Not Wednesday, your first practice of the week, today. Where's the urgency? It's year 3 for this head coach. I get staying level-headed. I get trusting the process. The process sucks. Your process has been garbage. It's led to a 14-29 record. It's led to a 19-3 home loss to the New England Patriots, arguably the worst team in the league coming into yesterday. Ryan Poles, I don't get it, man. Tell me what you see. Tell me what you see. And I know he said stuff before, I see this guy every day and the resiliency, the leadership. It's dude, it's about the results. Obviously, the process matters, but if you don't get the results, all we've heard about the last 2 years, the culture. Really? Every week, players seem to question coaching. Every week on Sundays, the body language is garbage. Every week, it seems like there's a disconnect between Caleb Williams and DJ Moore. But the culture is awesome. What is awesome about the culture? You know what the culture is? Losing. That's the culture. That's why it's the old cliche in sports. Winning cures everything. There were stories coming out of the Warriors a few years ago when despite being a hell of a team and winning a lot, if you guys knew half the stories, you guys wouldn't believe what went on behind the scenes. But they won, so it didn't matter because it's true to a large extent. If you win, it kind of makes everything go away. It really does because professional sports is about winning. And the Bears are one of the biggest losing franchises of the last 15 years. They really, really are. And they continue to stand by this coach who he's clueless, man. You listen to him talk, he doesn't get it. Like, just say, yeah, we're in shambles right now. We're going to do everything we can to fix it. And then be specific. Yeah, Shane Waldron, we might have to look in a new direction at OC. Yeah, this play, I made the wrong call. Now, his whole accountability thing now, because he got so called out for it after the Washington loss, he just says, yeah, I'm responsible for all of it. Doesn't offer any specifics. At least Caleb Williams yesterday, who's playing bad right now, but at least he's saying, yeah, I can't take a sack on third down and knock us out of field goal range. Yeah, I got to get rid of the football. Like, at least he's pointing to tangible things. Flus is like, yeah, just all of it. Dude, you're fighting for your fucking life, and this team won't fire you mid-season. Will you show some urgency? There's no urgency from this coach. It's absolutely absurd. So I have no faith. I have no belief. They are going to get destroyed by the Packers this week. And by the way, if you're a betting man, Brad Biggs had the note, I don't know where it's sitting at now, that the Packers open as just a 6.5-point favorite. Hammer time. If there's no tangible change this week, I would pick, and I probably will regardless, I would pick the Packers to win this game by at least 3 touchdowns. I just don't see how the Bears are even close. Maybe the defense keeps them in it for a half, but this offense can't move the ball. So eventually the defense will break and you'll get destroyed and embarrassed and booed out of your own stadium again, and for some reason you won't change the coach. Absolutely incredible. You guys let me know in the comments what you think the Bears should do at this point. You know what I would do. I would fire Flus. I would fire Waldron, promote Richard Hightower or John Hoke to be the interim head coach. Eric Washington calls the defense. Thomas Brown calls the offense, and then play the rest of the schedule out. That's what I would do. They're not going to do it. It's a damn shame. My name is Harrison Graham. We'll be back later this afternoon. Stay tuned for any potential changes.